I created the comeback code is for multiple reasons, but the main reason I created this was for high conflict divorce. Now, you may be asking yourself, well, isn't all divorce high conflict? Yes, there's conflict to it, but just like anything on a scale of 1 to 10, everyone's divorce falls on a different spectrum on that continuum, on that scale. On a scale of 1 to 10, mine was out of 15 for high conflict. So I want to talk a little bit about that. And I was married for 18 years, and I have 3 daughters who are now 22, 18, and 11 years old. And actually my marriage for those 18 years was very much relatively good. We had a strong relationship, and in 2008 we experienced the housing bubble crisis, market turn, and we dealt with that. We survived that. So major financial upheaval, and we still survived. However, in 2016 is when the marriage went off the rails in October of 2016, and then our divorce was finalized in 2017. And during that, just to be perfectly candid with you, from 2017 till 2023, the ex has tried everything possible to put me in jail, to get me in trouble with the law and with Child Protective Services. So I will be perfectly candid and honest in telling you that I have 17 Child Protective Service cases that were opened, all closed and dismissed without merit. I have police accusations in 5 different jurisdictions in the state of Utah claiming I'm domestically violent, that I'm sexually abusive, that I'm dangerous. All of those were closed as unsupported and without merit. I had 4 protective orders opened up against me as well, all closed out without merit. I've also been put in jail 2 times for claims of violating a protective order. I got released without bail, nothing ever came out of it, all closed out without merit. So I'm telling you all this because all of this high conflict divorce was a tremendous amount of stress and pressure on me at a level that I thought I'd experienced stress and pressure before. But when you are fighting to clear your name and to beat false accusations, it is extremely infuriating and extremely taxing on the central nervous system. When you're dealing with something like this, or just a crisis in life, there's really 2 paths you can go down. One path is unhealthy coping mechanisms, the path of self-destruction, self-sabotage. You can start drinking alcohol and become an alcoholic and numb out with painkillers and binge watch stupid TV shows and binge on junk food, stay up late at night and jump into toxic relationships that aren't healthy, wreak all sorts of havoc for other people in your life, but for most part in your own life. The other option, which is why I created the comeback code, is to rise from the ashes, dust yourself off, and take an actual plan to help put you in a spot to get you where you need to be mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So the other path you can go down is the path of, I'm not going to let this relationship ruin me. I'm going to go on my path of self-healing. I am going to up my game. I'm going to eat better. I'm going to work out and exercise. And if you haven't started, you start. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to take care of my body. I'm going to take care of my mental health. I'm going to take care of my emotional health. And I'm going to rise above this. I'm not going to let this define me or tear me down. Those are your 2 paths. Which one do you choose? The comeback code is for those who want to take the path and do the inner work, take the path of the journey to get back to a spot where you're better than you've ever been. I can honestly tell you, at the age of 53 years old and going through a high conflict divorce, that physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, I am the best I have ever been in my entire life. Physically, at the age of 53, I'll take the body I have now over the body I had at the age of 23, or even 33, or even 43. My body fat's lower, my cardio's better, my strength has actually increased. So, if you believe that if you're too old and that ship has sailed for you, trying to rework that brain and to believe otherwise. I am living proof that you can absolutely persevere through these hard times, come out better in the end. And guys, think of what is the best revenge for a failed relationship or who is highly conflict, that's toxic, that's malicious. The best revenge is not to get in verbal disputes and text messaging and emailing, trying to blast each other, and yelling at each other through that. The best thing you can do is to be better than when you were in that relationship with them. That is the best thing you can do. Don't let these bad relationships break you. Don't let them sink your ship. Don't let them turn into suicidal thoughts. Don't give up. Don't get hopeless. I know, I understand the pressure and stress, just the cannonball hit to the central nervous system that happens when you're dealing with high conflict divorce. I totally get it, and this is the main reason why I created the Comeback Code.